Digital just needs to change. And if you just start at the core of what has to be fixed virtually, is we need choice, we need to be able to interact in a space, and we need to be able to have more of that collaboration and human connection.
As you know, Amber, we've got a big bet with AA, and we've been working with you guys for quite some time. I really do think that this is the platform. We've seen great success. There is something that happens when we are in that environment that is spawning, the right kind of conversations, the right type of productivity, whiteboarding, collaboration spaces, getting us what we need from a virtual environment. So AA has really been kind of a great avenue for us to kind of tackle that meaningful connection.
What I really love about AA, the difference of this space versus a Zoom or versus some of the other things that we've tried, is that you can be in those bigger spaces, but then because of the spatial audio, you can have those one-to-one conversations while watching those presentations as well, that you can't do in a Zoom meeting. If we're talking right now and you start talking, you're interrupting me. And it's going to be not the best experience, but you could, in the space, I could be talking and you could be talking to Amber and I wouldn't hear you say, like, I really love this idea that Tiffany's talking about and I want to take it to the next level. I think with our creators, they want to be invited to the big parties, but they want to have the intimate interaction that allows them to collaborate afterwards, connect them to other people or other brands that they didn't have the relationships with.
If you talked about numbers, Amber, it was off the charts in terms of anything that we've traditionally done. In terms of the amount of time people stayed on, the engagements that they were having, they were truly immersing themselves in all the different activities. We also made it where it was kind of do it yourself as well. So people had the freedom to move around the different rooms and experience things, whether they wanted to do virtual cookie decorating or holiday decorating or just hanging out and kind of by the fire and talking. And so from a just engagement perspective, it worked really well for us.
These are the three verticals that we have seen as our product market fit. One of them is the creator hub. I believe that will continue to be a bigger area. We've had many conversations where allowing the influencers, just like on this, to have their kind of rooms. We've talked about affinity communities. With Dell, we're doing it for the Cavaliers, where they can actually have a world of and be able to have merchandise and content and people. It's not reliant on one of those. I love the surprise and delight that you mentioned, Tiffany. That's a big element of this. And the third one's future of work. We're doing this here with Dell. We've got IBM, InPilot, and Deloitte. So these are these flywheels that we're seeing of how the product works well.
We're actually mimicking that real life experience of, hey, I'm done with this presentation. I'm going to go to the bar and have the conversation that's going to make me money and, make me the connection that I wouldn't be able to make watching someone else speak. You always say the conference, it's not about what you learn about the conference. It's about the people who are at the bar while the speakers were at the conference and where you have those conversations. And that living room has that bar in there.
And, what I try to avoid is that forced fun. You know what I mean? Like, you can check the box and say, let's have a virtual holiday party. But like, if nobody's really having fun and nobody's engaged, what's the point? So that's what I walked away with as success, is they were really engaged. They really stayed on, and we have the numbers to show it.
So I think the accessibility of it, the ability to form ideas together in that moment and not lose the traction, is something that I think is super valuable for our creators and keeps them coming back, because they never know who's going to show up next.